This is Ben at trulysimplesolutions.com, and we're going to take a look at just a little bit about the price books for printed price books. Some of this relates exactly for how it would appear on iPad and iPhone, though we won't be looking at those particular layouts in this video. So we've got these buttons here on the home screen, and they are preset Quicklinks, which we're going to look at that also in another video. But I want to just show you some of the options on price guides and how we can find data. We're going to show two examples. This is a preset find for data on water heaters, and when we click that, it gives us the option: do we want to have it as a PDF, preview and print it, or just browse? And I'm going to show you what the difference of these is. Browse is going to just show you what you're looking at, and that is basically the list of water heaters that was set up in this find by that Quicklink button that we clicked, and that's got the different page names of the water heaters. But because we're looking at it in a browse mode, the page name is kind of hidden in this, not hidden, but it's small in this little area above the group, just so you can see where it is, what page you're on. If you notice, if I click on one, say within the 6-year warranty group of water heater gas install, if I click on that, notice the top changes, because that's what would actually be on the page. So we can go from this layout, we can this view, and go to preview mode, which is the same thing as the choice we had to preview and print it, but that one will resize the window to the correct size for you. See how I have to do this? And it will also show you, it'll give you the page names calculated out, so if you go to the next record, it doesn't have to figure it out. So we'll take a look at that. But this is so that if you notice here, if I flip through the pages, the page name changes, and this is how it will look when it's actually printed. Let's close that and just see how it works when we do the same thing with choosing preview. Okay, so what notice in the background, you still have your browse window in the background, and this is just a print layout window, and it lets you preview. Okay, this is how it's going to look when I'm going to print it, and you can kind of check through it. It's already got the page names figured. Notice the size of it is already correct to see it in this view, and you can say, okay, if that looks good, then you can click continue, and then it goes right to the printer, and you can go ahead and tell it to print those pages. And I'm going to click cancel, and when I do that, it closes that print window, and I'm left here looking at my list. So if I did cancel because I saw something I needed to fix, I could go in there and say, oh, that record there wasn't supposed to show up. Now notice this has below it preventive maintenance, so that it would be together with it in that pre-packaged group of data. One may or may not print it in that way. That's sort of set up so that on the iPad, when you're looking at it, it's right there, so you could select which water heater and then go ahead and select service agreement that goes with it, if you sell service agreements, which I do recommend, because you can show the difference in the prices and they get a value rate and stuff like that, but that's another class. So this is one way. So we used a pre-link button, but what if we just wanted to find a job just for one type of thing? And if I said water heater, okay, and then I hit return, this is in our search a price guide link, always on the home screen, and I hit enter. It doesn't give you those choices, it just opens it in browse, and it not only has water heaters, but it took anything that has water heaters. So first we've got water heater maintenance, water heater repairs, circulators. So this is all under water heater repairs, circulators, electric repairs, gas repairs, and then you come into the water heaters as well as the piping repairs that relate to water heaters. And that was all from just typing water heater. Notice this is coming in a one-column layout, or one-column printout if that would be a choice that your company might choose to have 2 columns or the 1 column. So that is something that we're going to take a look. How do you set those up? How do you tell it that you want it to show in this book when you use this? So I'm going to click a window that I already had open here, Preferences, and then we go to Display. And then whenever you're using the search on the home screen, like we just did to get to this water heater view, this is where the default price guides comes in. So if you're in FileMaker Pro, you're going to use, it's going to go to Flat Rate Book 1, which is what it shows. If I wanted to change that I want it to go to Flat Rate Book 2, and I'm going to leave it for the iPad and iPhone alone right now. And then I come back to my home screen, and if I type, we'll type toilet this time, you can see that anything relating to toilets, it came as a 2-column price guide. And that's how you set that to choose which one. And of course, choosing how it looks we showed in another video, but we can make those kind of changes. Make those kind of changes here, and you'll see the immediate change over there if you wanted it to look differently. And yeah, so there is another video on options, setting these options for at least the price guide display. So I suggest if you're interested in that, take a look. Now, what about when we chose that button? I'm going to show you another video on that. Look for the one on setting up your Quicklinks. And we also have a Quicklink page that wherever all the ones you set up, which it'll fill this page if you want to have that many, to make smaller groups of data. So that's what we got here, and we hope that you enjoy what we're showing you, and join us in being a part of how we're changing how the world does flat rate with FlatRatePro at trulysimplesolutions.com.